Welcome back. It's now time for your midday sports. Now, 6 of the senior reggae girls have arrived in Australia ahead of the FIFA Women's World Cup. With a slight change in travel arrangements, the 6 players arrived in Melbourne just a few hours ago. The reggae girls will play a friendly international against Morocco on July 14. They'll start their World Cup campaign against France on July 23. Coach Heimir Hallgrimsson says the Reggae boys showed grit in pulling through what was a tough quarter-final match at the CONCACAF Gold Cup after a 1-0 win over Guatemala in Cincinnati, Ohio on Sunday. The lone goal was scored by Amari Bell in the 51st minute. It now sees the boys set up a semi-final date with Mexico.
So it was a very intense game. It was a lot of tired legs in the end. But I am really proud of the guys. They gave everything, left everything on the pitch, and now we have to find some energy for the next 2 days.
And unsurprisingly, left-back Bell was happy with his first international goal for the country.
You know, it's amazing. It's an amazing feeling to get to the semi-final. It's something we set out to do, and you know, we've achieved that goal, but you know, we're not going to stop here. We're going to keep going and go on and win the tournament.
The Jamaican semi-final against the Mexicans will be played on Wednesday in Las Vegas, Nevada. Former Premier League champions Boys Town are through to the final of the Kasafa Campari Championship following a 2-1 win on the day and a 3-2 aggregate win over Barbican. With the contest locked at 1-1 from the first leg, Boys Town fell behind when Jermaine Parks scored in the 16th minute to put Barbican in front. But Barbican's task of holding the lead got harder when Aquino Bailey was ejected in the 38th minute. This gave Raheem Porter the chance to pull Boys Town level, and he did in minute 40. With no further goals, the game went to extra time where Boys Town won it through Tyrese Thompson in the 113th minute. Boys Town's opponents in the final will be Constant Spring, who got the better of Brownstown 2-1.
The victory, well, everybody enjoyed the victory. Well,
the red card that really put a damper on our plans. Playing with 10 men for 100 minutes. I mean, that's tough, but the guys stuck it out, they gave the all, and we just came up short today.
Olympic Gardens booked their place in the Major League final, also in extra time. Trailing 1-0 from the first leg, Olympic Gardens levelled the tie in the 86th minute through Lorenzo Smith, and 17 minutes into extra time, the job was complete. Chenardo Anderson scored the winner to reach the final, where they'll face Jamaica Defence Force.
From Shortwood game, I tell the players, just believe. We create numerous opportunities against Shortwood in the first game and we do not put them away. So I said to them, just believe. Coming this game, if we do what we normally do on the training pitch, then nothing cannot stop us.
And finally, world champion Sharika Jackson says she isn't burdening herself with any specific target for the 200 metres heading into next month's World Athletics Championships in Budapest, Hungary. Jackson completed the sprint double by landing the 200 metres in a season's best 21.71 seconds, which was also briefly a world-leading mark at the National Championships on Sunday.
Also Sharika Jackson in lane 7. It's Fraser Price and Jackson. Fraser Price has actually blown off this turn, but here comes Sharika Jackson, the fastest living woman over 200 meters, the world champion Sharika Jackson. Her personal best is 21:45. What does she produce tonight? 21.72 is the flash time for Sharika Jackson. A slight trailing wind, 21.71 for Jackson. And she defends. She is the double champion here inside the National Stadium yet again.
I think everybody knew who I was, and I think for me personally, it's just a focus on myself.
Now, former world champion Shelly-Ann Fraser-Price took the runner-up spot in 22.26 seconds, while Lani Tavay-Thomas was third in 22.55 seconds. Now, Rashid Broadbell clocked a sizzling new lifetime best and world-leading 12.94 seconds to capture his first national men's 110-metre hurdles title. 22-year-old Broadbell finished ahead of Olympic champion Hansel Parchment 13.12 and Orlando Bennett 13.19. The women's equivalent saw Olympic bronze medalist Megan Tapper winning her third national title, clocking 12.64 seconds to finish ahead of Akira Nugent 12.67 and former world champion Daniel Williams 12.82. And that's it for your Midday Sports Report. Shamela?
Thank you, Jordan. And that's the Midday News. I'm Shamela Pullen. Join us at 7 for Primetime News. On behalf of the news, sports, and production teams, good afternoon.